Hello, everyone. Welcome to my page. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, ignore my cursor moving around. I'm doing this on my laptop. It's a little easier, and I got something to point with, so I can't point at my phone and have anybody see it. I want to cover the 1.9 real quick. Some people I know are having trouble with it, and I'm trying to explain it, and explaining it through the mailing system on the game just doesn't work that well sometimes. Maybe a video will help someone out. I just logged on a few minutes ago. We're having the 10th anniversary of Forge of Empires, FOE. I've already checked my daily, picked the one that, had the best rewards for me, which is terrible, especially for me going through the trouble of doing 50 15-minute productions. Not happening, Forge. Sorry. I have the buildings. I could do it. I have 10 blacksmiths, which are way below my age. I'm in contemporary, but I'm still not doing it. Too much trouble. So anyway, let's get right to this 1.9. Now, my Gaia, you can see she's not cycled out like everything else. She's got almost 9 hours. We're just going to round it there here. I round a lot. Now, she's got 9 hours because I didn't level her last night when I should have. I didn't level any of these buildings. I did level her at a different time to help a friend out, help get some prints. And I think my Inno's ready to cycle out too, and it's done at 1.9, but Gaia's not ready, so it won't hurt for me to click on her. If you look at my Gaia, all these players here, every one of them has paid me 1.9. Now, people say 1.9, well, what is that? Well, that's what I said when it was first told to me. They're like, yeah, you want to join 1.9, do 1.9. And 1.85, because I was so young, such a young player at the time. I was still new to this game. And they're like, 1.85. I'm like, well, I don't know what that is. I mean, what's 1.85? It's math. If they would have said, yeah, it's math, that would have made perfect sense. I'm decent at math. I excelled at it in school. I'm not saying I'm some math wizard. I'm not going to enter a math competition. But basic math, I'm pretty decent at, especially with the calculator. Most phones, all phones that I know of, have a calculator built in. Computers usually do. I don't know where mine is, but it's on here somewhere. I've just never bothered to use it because I always have my phone. I actually have my phone sitting right here beside me. So it's basic math for those that don't know. Now, in order to figure out what 1.9 is exactly, if you want to give someone 1.9 on their building, this bad boy right here is really needed. You don't have to have it, but you're going to go absolutely broke on your forge points here. I have tons of them in my inventory. That's just what I have on hand. And it's thanks to this, the arc. I have a high level arc. It's the highest in my guild. It's 113 going for level 114. You can see people are already putting points on it. Some of my guild mates. Without that building being at level 80, mine's 113 right now. It needs to be 180. If you're at 180, if you're at level 80 on your arc, you are doing wonderful. Level 180, you're at one of the top players in the world. There's a couple of them out there, believe me, I've looked. But with a level 80 arc, you can afford to do 1.9. It costs you nothing. You don't spend your forge points. I know, you're like, well, how can I put my forge points on there and not spend forge points? Simple. The forge points come back to you. This is how you figure it. Same way every one of these people did. You go right here. You take the base reward. This is where you get the base reward. Now, you put your cursor, your finger right there. If you're on a phone, you just kind of tap your finger right there, and this little sub screen will pop up. It says contribution reward for this level. 600 forge points. 18,095 medals. 9 prints. So if you take this first place on my Gaia statue, that's what you're going to get. If you have no arc at all, if you have no other great buildings, nothing going for you, you're guaranteed 600 forge points, 18,000 medals, and 9 prints. Thankfully, for all these people, they have an arc. Some of them higher than others. So when you figure 1.9, you're going to get it back. See, you take 600, for instance. That's the base reward. That's how you start this process. Punch in 600 on your calculator. Multiply it times 1.9. What do you get? 1,140. He put 1,140 points on me. Guess what he's getting back? 1,140. He's got a higher level arc, so he might get 1,141 or 1,142 back. You can make 1 or 2 points profit the higher your arc is. On lower buildings, you usually don't make profit. I help some higher level buildings, players on their buildings. So I tend to make 10, 15 points. I am almost ready to join a 1.94 group. They're real picky because you need a level 120 arc to get in. It's for the real big players. There may be something beyond that. I don't know. I'm not big enough yet, and I'm pretty, I don't know. I guess a lot of people know me. I deal with a lot of the bigger guilds and bigger players. Not huge players, but still. So this is how you get it. 600 times 1.9, you get your 1.9%. That's what it is, 1.9%. Nobody ever tells you that when they're saying 1.9. They just expect you to log in, start the game from day one, and know what 1.9 is. It's not possible. I was ashamed when people kept saying it to me. I was like, oh, that sounds all right. Thankfully they couldn't hear my tone when I was typing the messages. But I was like, yeah, I'll debate that. That sounds all right. When really what I was saying is, what the hell is a 1.85? What the hell is a 1.9? What are y'all talking about? I didn't want to sound like a dumbass, so I never asked anybody. Then one of my guild mates that's no longer in the game, we were talking about it. Our arcs were about the same level at the time, and I said, so what is this 1.9? Do you understand it? And she explained it. Maybe she asked somebody. I don't know. I have all ideas. She said, hey, Susie, Bill, what does 1.9? And they probably freely offered the information, said, oh, that's just simple math. That's all it is. Multiplication of a percent. 600 times 1.9%. So okay, there you go. If you do it times 2, 600 times 2 is what? 1,200. So we're doing 1.9. So it's 1,140. Simple. And the same for all the way down. Yes, I put 304 of my own forge points on here. If it wasn't 1.9, if I did this through swaps, it would probably be more. It'd probably take me more and do a lot longer. This is I did all these forge points that these random people that I know, 2 of them from my guild, Ramlin and Hat, are from my guild. Livia used to be in the guild for a moment, just for a stop. Lot Dog and Sedani are in different guilds. They give you these forge points. They don't ask anything in return. Do you know why? The same reason I do it. You get it all back. Every forge point. Yes, I spent 304 forge points of my own. My city averages 300 forge points a day. Once you figure the bonuses I get from my Blue Galaxy, great building. We'll cover that later. My bonuses I get from spoils of war and diplomatic gifts, they don't even count towards the 300. My cape itself, look at there, 63 forge points. The higher it goes, the more it produces. Some event buildings, level 10 World's Fair. That's the max it can be, level 10. Gives me 10 forge points every 24 hours. So I'm good. Anyway, that covers the 1.9. If you have any questions, you know what? Before I leave, let me show you from a different view. Let me show you from a friend view. It will actually show you what I'm looking at. Let's see. This is a new friend that I just got. I don't know if any of their buildings are 1.9 yet, so this is a gamble. Probably. They're level 80. Oh, that's a Galata Tower. What level is their arc? The arc, level 81. So that's perfect. They get every forge point back. Every one they spend on my building, they get back. I don't think they've put any on yet, but every one they get back. Every single forge point. They don't lose nothing. So at collection time, when it's time to collect, it's really important to have a 1.9 working, because then you can put your forge points on a friend's building and get every forge point back, get all sorts of prints and all sorts of medals. You can see I got 66.8 million medals. I looked yesterday. in the top 50 players in this particular world in Forge of Empires for medal count. I have top 50. That's pretty good. Consider my rank player right here is 1464. So there's 1,463 players higher than me in this world. And yet I'm in the top 50 on medal counts. I don't spend medals no more because I don't have nothing to do with them. I don't get new land spots opened up very often because I go slow. But anyway, we're going to look at his or hers. I don't really know. We're going to look at their building here, their chateau. 1.9. 480 is the base reward. So you see from my view, all these little piggies over here off to the right is telling you the contribution rewards for this level. They're in white. And it has a picture of what they are. It has forge points, medals, blueprints. Off to the right here, it has these little bitty piggies that show you, I guess the piggy represents my arc bonus because I'm going to be a fat little pig when it all boils down to it. I get 448 extra points as a reward because of my arc being level 113. I get 3,840 forge or 3,840 medals extra. I get 8 prints extra. I don't need prints. My arc can go to level 1,000 and something, I think it is. I don't even know if the game itself can handle that. I mean, why would you want to? I've seen level 80 arcs, and they give you 100% back. So, I mean, if the reward's 480 and you get 100% back, you really get 960, is that? 960? You get 480 times 2. 480 times 2, yeah, 960. See, I'm decent at math. I can do quick math, basic math, easy math. Don't give me no trigonometry. Nope, not happening. I can do 1.9. But to get it, you do 480 times 1.9. 912. Queen Titan put 912 on there. Vesta put 1.9 on there. Voodoo, another 1.9 player. I deal with a lot of 1.9 players. Almost everyone on my friends list has a level 80 arc. I'm not friends with anyone in my guild. No offense to you people. Love you. I'm hanging out with y'all all the time. I'm not friends with anyone in my guild because it does not benefit you. But I'm going to get into that later. I'm babbling again. Right now, I've explained the 1.9. Let me know in the comments if you understand or if you need more help. Let me know if it makes sense. And I'll make another Forge of Empire video. I really dig the game. It's an awesome game. It's slow paced. I have my WWE super cards for a faster paced game. I have Forge of Empires for slow game that you have to put more thought into. You have to figure out how to build this world. I love it. They give you a brief tutorial when you set up your world. And it's pretty basic. From there, you have to just understand these great buildings. I'm going to do a video on what I consider probably the 10 or so best great buildings in the game. In my opinion, the Ark will win, number one. If you know anyone in the game and ask them, they'll tell you the Ark is number one. It's the best great building there is. Nothing else competes with it. Make sure you get your Ark up to level 80. Learn the 1.9 process, and you will go far in this game. You will have so much more fun because the game won't hold you back. Otherwise, you're being held back. You're being held back bad. Anyway, have a blessed one. Make sure to check out any of my other videos. I can teach you how to fix vacuums, how to work on Wii remotes. I don't know if I put any actual video game consoles on here yet. But make sure to check me out. Hit like, hit subscribe, and leave me a comment.